It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. It's the Ravens and the Chiefs on Thursday night primetime.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Great to start this regular season. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson here in the booth. Man, Greg, we waited a long time to get here, but here we are in EA Sports, kicking off the season with the Ravens and the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Can't ask for more.
And all eyeballs all summer long are on. We cannot wait to see what kicks off the next NFL season, and we know it's always going to be the Super.
After a long offseason, the time has finally arrived. Welcome to the kickoff game. And off we go for 2024 on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC, Greg.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And he finds Tyreek. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter. I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll run again. Jackson so nimble. He's got the 1st down and wisely gives himself up at the end. That one good for 15 and a 1st down. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Gus Edwards.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make, and of course that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL, but also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense going to take over now for the second time. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Back up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
They'll run. It's out of the gun, and it's Mitchell. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a run with Hunt. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Hill brought in motion. third and short. Here's Patrick, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on second down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Oh, the short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. They put Kelsey in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's Mahomes. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A give zone read, it's Edwards. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off. Woo! Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. 3rd and long. Jackson up top again. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Play action now. Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Slot receiver headed right. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. 3rd and 6. Throwing Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs' offense ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Nice job there by Kelsey moving the chains, and to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level. You can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he gets that to Hardman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Mahomes now to throw again. That's over the middle, caught by Tyree. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That one is complete to Hardman.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hacks to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss. That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. And special teams changes the momentum. Right after a 3 and out, you think you're getting the ball back instead. Not just a turnover, Greg, but a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, and you can just see their body language. The wind has come out of their sails. The offense is fired up. Great job, defense. You force a 3 and out, and you got your helmet on. You think you're about to take the field and get a possession. Next thing you know, disaster strikes. Not only the turnover, Mike, the scoop score, and they take it back for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Mahomes to the left side in the hands of Hill. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Mahomes now on 2nd down. On the left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. So the 2024 NFL season now officially underway. A great slate for the rest of the weekend begins tomorrow, 8:15 Eastern. The Packers and the Eagles in Brazil, in Sao Paulo. And a lot of big games Sunday. Raiders, Chargers, Jim Harbaugh's Charger coaching debut. Tennessee, Chicago, Caleb Williams' quarterback debut. We'll be in Detroit for Sunday Night Football, the Rams and the Lions in a playoff rematch. And then Monday night, Aaron Rodgers returns. Jets and Niners from Santa Clara. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now, a carry for Hunt. He'll get about 2. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hookup with Rice. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. Jackson fires complete to Flowers.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Here's third down and a few inches. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Third and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
The Chiefs' offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Quick throw here is complete, and they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Throwing now, Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Throwing is Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Patrick to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up. Now, here's 2nd and goal. Hill brought in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. A dive, and he's in! Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, KC.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are back within 4. It is 14-10. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Extra point try now for Tucker. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
All right, Michael, thank you. Back to you guys in KC in just a moment. But first, let's look ahead at what should be a fantastic NFL kickoff weekend for 2024. Some great games coming up in the next few days, one being the kickoff to the International Series, the first ever game in Brazil. The Packers and Eagles from São Paulo. Kickoff set for 8:15 Eastern Time. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And finally, on the season premiere of Monday Night Football, take two for Aaron Rodgers, the Jets and Niners from Santa Clara. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and Gus Edwards heading back on the field for the next drive. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. Inside the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
On play action, here's Jackson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Back to the right side, he's got Andrews. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd and goal, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on first down. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Give for Edwards running right. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Ravens bring their punt team out as he'll come on to kick for the fifth time here tonight. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The sack artist formerly known as Justin Madubuike, now going by Nnamdi Madubuike. I mean, the career breakout a year ago, second-team All-Pro, more sacks in production than his previous 3 seasons combined.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. It is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're going to try to keep it going. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Duvernay in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. He'll look underneath here for Edwards. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he finds Tyreek. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Mahomes back. There's that man again. Another catch. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's caught by Hunt. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to get back to a one-possession game. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 3rd and short, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They run once more with Edwards. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Here's 3rd and 7. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Jackson looking to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, and here comes 4th down. So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Here comes Worthy to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Mahomes. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Off the play fake, Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's a run with Hunt. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Running straight ahead with Edwards. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raven first down. Here's Edwards. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll drop to throw. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And that kicks off the 2024 season. Partner, good to get it underway, especially with you as we start our run together on EA Sports. Man, Greg, that was fun. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For the 2nd year in a row, the visitors spoil the Chiefs' party.